Welcome to your journey of healing with the Healing Podcast, hosted by licensed clinician Monique Owe and co-host Dr. Amber Mohn.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Healing Podcast. I am your host, licensed clinician Monique Owe, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host here,
Dr. Amber Mohn.
Okay, today's topic is I am feeling insecure and I want to go through their phone. So, when discussing something like going through someone's phone, well, we know that's like there's a violation of privacy. That is their phone. That is their property, and something is causing you to want to go through it. I guess, Dr. Mohn, if I can ask you, what are some things that would want to make us, or why would we want to go through someone's phone?
Good question. So I've been thinking about this, Monique, and I think that it's important for us to understand what one is saying when we decide to go through their phone. So here are a couple. So like you said, like the title of this segment is I am feeling insecure. So yeah, one thing you're saying when you're going through somebody's phone is, yeah, I'm insecure and I'm afraid that I'm not meeting your expectations. So I'm going to make it your fault by finding something flawed in you when you talk about the, feeling insecure piece. But you can also be saying when you're going through somebody's phone, hey, I'm cheating or I'm thinking of cheating because that is in my nature and I feel guilty about it. So I'm going to project my guilt onto you. So it's just that projecting thing that, Another thing that you could be saying when you're going through somebody's phone is, I like to control my partner. So violating your trust gives me power over you. I will find something horrible that you did, and then I will weaponize those secrets against you in future fights. So it's that collateral, keeping that collateral in your pocket. You could, find a little nugget or something and then use it later. And then I think the most common is, when you're going through someone's phone, or one reason, another reason you would go through someone's phone is, you're telling them your behavior is making me suspect that you are cheating. But instead of coming to you and addressing my fears like an emotional, intelligent person, I'm going to find something to confirm my suspicions. So not communicating. I'm not going to communicate. I'm just going to catch you up in something. So those are just a few.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mohn. Those are some good points as to why someone would want to go through someone else's phone. I think, the thing is, while Dr. Mohn highlighted the reason we would want to go through someone's phone, the issue comes into what will you find when you go through that phone, though? So if you're feeling insecure for whatever reason, let's just say you're saying, let me go with one of the things. If you're feeling like your partner is doing something and you want to just catch them, well, one, here's the thing. When you go looking for something, you're going to find it. Dr. Mohn, sometimes when something is not there, but we will make it be there because we were just looking for it. So sometimes it is our own thing. That is our insecurity. And now, okay, you want to go through their phone. So I'm assuming you're going to do a lot to do that. To do that, that means either you got to know their PIN number or their password, or you're going to somehow take their fingerprint. So you're going to probably wait till they go to sleep, take their print from their hand, from their thumb or whatever, and unlock their phone and start to go through it. Or you, like I said, you've been watching them like over your shoulder. You've been seeing them key in that PIN number or that password, and you're going to put that in. Just go searching through the phone. The thing is, are you going to find anything? Well, one, it's are you going to find anything? Because if they're doing something sneaky, I doubt it's going to be on the phone in your face. It's probably somewhere in a hidden folder, or it's been deleted, right, Dr. Mohn? It's not what's in the phone, it's what's been deleted out of the phone. But let's say you see something, maybe it is right there. What if you see something and you make an assumption that it's something and it's not? That happens as well. So the thing is, whatever you find out in that phone, right? What are you going to do with information? Because now you're going to have to somehow express to your partner that you went through their phone. Somehow you're going to have to tell them, hey, I found out you were doing something. And when he or she asks, well, how did you find that out? Are you going to say I went through your phone? Well, that's a whole nother argument because now you violated their privacy. Now they're not going to trust you. So is this a can of worms you want to open? Dr. Mohn, tell me, is there anything that's worth going through the phone for?
I don't know if I can answer that question because I think it just depends on the situation. If you're not getting the answers, if you've tried to talk to, your partner, tried to get answers and you still are feeling like they're holding something back and you feel the need to get the answers you want and probably deserve, then do what you got to do. But you have to be prepared for whatever you find or don't find. There's, trust, you've broken trust and all that kind of stuff. So you have to know that, if you do this, what consequences are are going to come of it.
That is true. I think what happens here, like Dr. Mohn is saying, it, what will you find? The broken trust, is it worth it? The thing is, Dr. Mohn also highlighted, sometimes it's not that the person is doing anything, this is your stuff. You're the one feeling insecure about your behavior. Maybe you have been flirting with someone and kind of being inappropriate with someone, so you assume so has your partner, but that's not always the case. They just might be on the up and up, but you did something, so you just want to find some dirt on them. So then, like Dr. Mohn said, so you can use it, right? Or a control thing where, nope, it's nothing that I did, nothing that I don't think that I think they did, but I do want to hopefully find something so I can throw it in their face one day or hold it over their head, because that will help you feel more powerful and help you feel better, and maybe keep them within your grip, right? Maybe keep them within your grip. So I think when you're to the point where you want to cross someone's privacy and go into something that's sacred, then that's a problem. Now, if you're married, I would assume married couples should have each other's passwords or PIN numbers or something, because you just may have a valid reason to go through the phone, like especially if you have children, right, Dr. Mohn? Like if you have children, is there a reason to go through someone's phone?
Yeah. Well, I mean, see, my husband lets our children play with his phone. I do not. So they take all kind of selfies. So I know if I need a picture of my kids, I'm going in his phone, and he has a passcode. We both do. So, I mean, there are some reasons why you would go on your phone. It doesn't mean that you have to be actually looking for something,
Okay, that's fair. There may be a valid reason. Maybe it's a health issue and you really got to check it because they don't really check on stuff, but you want to make sure it's done right. I don't know that, or maybe that they got the appointment confirmation and they ain't telling you, but you need to do it. I think in those cases, those might be valid reasons, but in this situation here, we're talking about you're feeling insecure. Something in you is causing you to want to take your person's phone that you're with to look through it. And again, like I said, I'm assuming you're going to use that information because you're not going to just sit on it. I'm assuming you're going to find something if you do, and you're going to somehow confront them or hint at it, or probably be passive aggressive and then kind of throw hints about what you see, about what they're doing. And you got to ask yourself, is that going to help you or hurt you? Because let me say this, if you do find something, let's say you find a picture of someone and you think that person looks better than you, how is that going to help you? I'm talking about you, not even about telling your partner that you violated their privacy, but how is that going to help you when you see this picture of this person or a text from their ex that their ex may be doing a lot better than you are, and you're now going to feel like, well, now their ex has something over me, has like a one up on me, when that might not be the case because they are with you. So I think, when we're talking about violating of that privacy, that trust, just realize whatever you think you're going to gain, it might make it worse. So before we go into going through someone's phone and what you can do to kind of maybe avoid doing that, we're going to go ahead and make a little segue here, and we're going to go into, you guessed it, our situation. Dr. Mohn, what is our situation for today?
All right. Thank you, Monique. All right. Here's our situation. Dear Healing Podcast, I think the guy I am dating is my supervisor's ex. Okay. I am a 36-year-old woman. I do not have any children. I've had a few less than ideal relationships in the past. For the last 3 months, I've been dating a guy who I really like. He is a gentleman. He is respectful. He is attentive. Makes me laugh. The whole 9 yards. A real change of pace than my past relationships. We seem to have a great connection. We decided to take things slow and enjoy each other's company before becoming serious, but it appears we both are hinting at becoming exclusive. The issue is the other day we were talking about our past relationships and things we have been through, etc. He happened to mention his last relationship and how that ended because the woman cheated on him. As we were discussing things, he mentioned his ex's name. Well, he gave her a nickname and the type of work she does. He described her a bit. The issue is I strongly believe his ex is my current supervisor. I am sort of cool with my supervisor, but we're not friends. Should I tell my supervisor that I'm dating him? Do I tell him that his ex is my supervisor? I know this may sound trivial, but it really has been weighing on me. Wow. It would probably weigh on me as well. So I thank you for, sending in this situation. So it doesn't seem like with that you and your supervisor have a close personal relationship. You didn't, in your letter, you didn't say like you guys go out, you hang out, you talk on the phone. It appears that, he or she is your supervisor and that's it. So with that being said, I don't think you owe her to tell her about who you're dating. Now, on the other hand, I think that you should, talk to, your partner or soon to be partner, let him know what you're thinking, that this might be your ex, get some, see if it is or not. And then, kind of just talk about it and see how, he feels. Maybe he might want to just reach out and be like, hey, look, however he wants to handle it. But I don't think that you owe your ex or your supervisor anything. I think that would be a situation between you and him and her.
Thank you, Dr. Mohn, for that. I think that is true. I think, here's the thing. Work is work, personal is personal. I tend to separate it as much as possible. But here's the thing. You don't even know if you're going to be in that company for a long time. I don't know. Maybe you're planning on retiring there, but I don't know if you are. So I think, as Dr. Mohn said, you owe it to him to tell him what's going on. Let him confirm it, and then y'all move accordingly. What does the supervisor need to know about that? The only time she would really even know, maybe, is if it's a company, I guess, Christmas party or some type of picnic, and you decide to bring him. Oh, well, it happens. I mean, it's like we all have exes. We all move on. We all have a past. So what you dating him is really none of her business. So please do not feel obligated to share your business. It's personal, right? And so if you guys work out, great. It's meant to be. And if you guys don't work out, then what was the point of bringing it up to the supervisor? So again, you don't know what the future holds. You might not be at that company. You might marry him. You might decide not to date him any further. So I think keep that to yourself. No worries. Just keep living your life. That's what I feel. Thank you so much for that and for writing into the Healing Podcast for your situation. And for those who are out there who would like to go ahead and write into the situation, please go ahead and go to thehealingpodcast.com. Go to the contact tab, fill out the little form there with your situation, or you can just email us support@thehealingpodcast.com. Again, that's support@thehealingpodcast.com. You may also have some other things you want to share with us. Maybe have a comment. Go ahead and just email support@thehealingpodcast.com, or go ahead and like that Facebook page, thehealingpodcast.com. We would appreciate the like and the support. We thank you. And just going to give a little shout out to our sponsor, which is healingexpressionsllc.com. If you're looking for therapeutic services in the Atlanta, Georgia area, please go ahead and contact Healing Expressions LLC.com, all spelled out, and hit the contact tab and see how they can help you with some therapeutic services. All right, so going back to I'm feeling insecure and I want to go through their phone. I think we've highlighted, Dr. Mohn, some reasons why people will want to go through their phone, through their partner's phone, and we've highlighted, how that might be good things sometimes or not a good thing other times. So how can we get over the fact of wanting to go through our partner's phone? What can we do to avoid that?
Well, I'm going to always say communication. I think communication first. Talk to your partner. Ask the questions. Ask those hard questions. Let them know how you're feeling, how they're making you feel is important.
That is true. Communication here is the key, guys. I don't know if there's too many healing tips on this. Mm-hmm. Communicate with your partner. Tell them how you're feeling. If you're feeling insecure, be honest about why you're feeling insecure. Now, if they're doing certain things to make you feel insecure, let them know. Like if they're always leaving the room when they get a phone call, that's a reason. If they're always putting their phone face down in front of you, that's another reason. If they're always kind of laughing and giggling when they're on their phone, and then you ask them, hey, what's so funny? And they kind of, nothing. That might be a reason, but you need to highlight that to them. Like give them the examples. Hey, you notice when you get a phone call and I'm with you, you always leave the room. Or you always put your phone face down. Do you mind keeping it face up? Because I keep mine face up. Is there anything that you want to tell me? Being honest, I think will probably get you the answers maybe sooner than you sneaking around and going through the phone. That's a lot of extra work and energy. Because somehow you're going to have to get hold of that phone too. Because I guess you're going to have to do it when they're asleep or not look. Because I'm assuming most of us keep our phone by us, in our pocket, in our bag, something in our hand. So how are you going to get that phone away from them? So I think all that energy that you're going to have to take to grab the phone and then be quick about it, because you know how you're going to have to move quick like Spider-Man. You're going to have to get in there, grab the phone, unlock it, search through it, and then hurry up and put it back. So I don't know if it's worth doing all that. I would talk to your partner about what's going on. As Dr. Mohn highlighted, communication is the key here. Talk about it, discuss it, and if the answers are not satisfying and your partner does not change their behavior that's causing you to feel insecure, and you've done the work and you still feel insecure, then maybe it's time for you to separate from that person. That person might not be the one that's meant for you. So I hope that helps you today. You guys, we do understand relationships can be complicated and can be challenging sometimes, but they are fun and they are great. So please don't mess up a good thing because of an insecurity. Dr. Mohn, is there anything else regarding this topic that you would like to discuss today?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. So as we know, guys, listen, violating someone's trust is never a good thing. So we hope that you understand. If you're feeling that way, talk about it. We don't want you to feel that way, to continue feeling that way. But I thank you. I hope hope this helps you in reference to this topic of feeling like I want to go through someone's phone. This is the Healing Podcast. We thank you for your support and talk to you soon. You know what, guys? Hold on. Before we say talk to you soon, wait a minute. I didn't give you guys your little motivation for today. So hold on. I got to leave you with some things. I have to leave you with some good things. And that is attract what you expect. Reflect what you desire, become what you respect, mirror what you admire. I don't know who that's from, but I loved it when I saw it. Let me read that to you guys again. So your motivation that I'm leaving you with to kind of carry with you: attract what you expect, reflect what you desire, become what you respect, mirror what you admire. So I hope that is helpful today. Thank you for tuning into the Healing Podcast. Talk to you soon.